Xolani, good morning. Thank you very much for your time and compliments of the new season to you. Is there much to celebrate? Just an overriding question first.
The most interesting thing is the fact that each and every year we see the emperor with new clothes parading in front of us all. Claiming that he's got new clothes, but the fact of the matter is the emperor has got an invisible clothes. And so most of the South Africans now are saying the ANC is naked and there is nothing more to expect from a party that parade itself as they have new clothes, whereas we know very well that it is a naked political organization. And also this kind of an event, it has been twisted to become kind of a pilgrimage of hedonism or within the ANC members. And so it has lost its meaning to a certain extent. South Africans are asking themselves, is really ANC in touch with the reality, or it has lost the reality with itself? And also the most important thing that a number of people are asking themselves is the fact that we are from a festive season where a number of ANC workers were not paid. And people are asking a very profound question that says, if the ANC can't take care of its own workers, how dare can it look after the South African citizen? And so there is so much question that this particular kind of event is probing to the South Africans.
Isn't that a little bit harsh? I mean, in the sense of the ANC is naked when you look back at the past 25 years, because there has been some progress in parts of society. Yes, the challenges remain.
But then, the progress can only be measured by the instrument of statistics. We have institutions in our country that measure the progress of any institution. If you look recently, South Africa is standing at 30% unemployment. I don't think that is a progress. When you look at the G coefficient of our country, is one of the worst in the world, and that is not progress. When you look at our food basket, thousands or millions of South African citizens can't afford the South African food basket. And so if you talk about progress, and then when you look at the Human Development Index of South Africans since the dawn of democracy, is a shocking one. And so when you talk about progress, you have to use instruments that measure progress. But so far, all the instruments that measure progress are saying something contrary to the chest beating that the ANC has been doing all along.
Now, if you were to change now this lack of progress and create meaning and make significant moves forward, what then would you say the ANC should be telling us on this January 8th statement to create a different future?
Look, I think we have to wash our hands with this organization. The South Africans need to go back and say, let those who were sitting around the table during that elite transition in 1994 open up and be honest to us and tell us who was sacrificed during those discussions. Then that's where a real conversation in our country can start. Because when you look, Braden, to be quite honest, all the systems of apartheid, economy, and so forth are still intact. And the people who are the guards of this apartheid economic system and structures is none other than the organization that was that we were promised that it will liberate us. I think ANC was hoodwinked to accept these apartheid economic systems and structures because, look, you remember it was during the times of the end of the Cold War, and they were in the corner. The frontline states in SADC were saying they want to normalize their governance. They will no longer look after the liberation movement known as the ANC. I think they were in the corner. Is also captured by the late Vanzai Slepet in his book, where he made it clear that the ANC was not ready to govern. It was taken by a surprise. And so if an organization that was not ready to govern and it was taken by a surprise, really, are we thinking that this organization is going to govern this country? Is the organization can liberate the condemn of this country? I beg to differ.
Thank you very much for your insights there. Olani Dube, a very kind of harsh assessment. He doesn't pull punches, saying that there is not very much to be celebrated by the ANC, and pointing out that we need a bit of honesty about what was sacrificed at the negotiating table way back in the early 90s leading up to 1994.